Hello.
Good evening, everyone. I welcome all of you to day 3 of Agri SAARTHI KRANTI 2026, our 30 days national level agriculture training initiative aimed at strengthening scientific understanding and practical competence in sustainable agriculture. I am Husina and with me today is Miss Asta. We are honored to host today's session under the continued guidance and leadership of Ajay Kasana sir, whose vision has been instrumental in conceptualizing and organizing Agri Sati Kranti 2026 as a platform for meaningful academic and professional engagement. We also extend our respectful acknowledgement to Dr. O.P. Chowdhury sir for his constant support and encouragement in strengthening the academic depth of this program. Today's session focuses on entrepreneurial opportunities in dairy farming. Dairy farming plays a crucial role in rural livelihoods, nutritional security, and agriculture sustainability. With this growing demand for quality milk and dairy products, the sector offers immense scope for entrepreneurship, innovation, and income generation, especially for young professionals entering the agriculture and livestock domain. With this, it's my privilege to welcome and introduce our distinguished guest for today, Dr. Sunil Dutt, sir, veterinary professional and researcher with strong academic grounding and practical field experience in livestock production and management. Dr. Sunil sir began his academic journey with a 2-year diploma in veterinary and livestock development from CCS Haryana Agriculture University, Hisar. He completed his MBSc in livestock production and management in 2020 from National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal, where he conducted research on the biostimulatory effects in Murrah heifers. He further strengthened his academic profile with a postgraduate diploma in animal welfare and postgraduate diploma in human resource management. Currently pursuing his PhD at the National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal, his research focuses on applied ethology, particularly the social hierarchy of riverine Murrah buffaloes. Alongside his academic research, he is serving as a veterinary surgeon, giving him valuable clinical and field level exposure. With his strong academic background, research experience in dairy production systems, and hands on clinical experience, today's session on entrepreneurial opportunities in dairy farming promises to offer both technical understanding and practical insights for aspiring dairy entrepreneurs. With great pleasure, I now invite Dr. Sunil Dutt, sir, to deliver his lecture. Over to you, sir, please.
Uh, very good evening to all the respected at the dais and regards to the team Agri SAARTHI for inviting me on this platform. Uh, Let me share my screen. Am I audible and whether the screen is visible now?
Yes, Daksa, you can please start the meeting.
A very good evening to all the participants present in this presentation, and a warm regards to the team Agri SAARTHI and to all the dignitaries at the dais. Uh, Today, the topic which we are going to discuss is that is dairy startups in India. What are the opportunities and challenges in Indian scenario for entrepreneurship in the dairy sector? So we would be discussing all about that. What are the scenario or what are the conditions, field conditions for entrepreneurship in dairy startups in India, and what are the criterias for being formally recognizing as a dairy entrepreneur, or what are the opportunities and challenges which are there in the field as a example for us in the dairy sector, and few of the success stories, and then we would be concluding it. So starting from the term startup, है ना? It is a entrepreneurship or it is a business or it is an undertaking that has just recently begun as an operation. Okay, we can't consider an enterprise and as a startup which is full-fledging from past prominent time, है ना? So a startup is a human institution that is designed to create a new product or a new service under conditions of extreme uncertainty. As we are starting it from the very beginning, so there are probabilities of uncertainty. The element of uncertainty is there as a startup. So a business model that is based upon some innovation, which has come out with some creation of a new product or a new service, only that would be considered as a startup. If we are having a full-fledged established business, or we are running an enterprise and just we are bifurcating in a subsidiary unit, that would not be considered as an enterprise. So uh, this so the scenario of startups in India, है ना, what is our status quo as far as Indian sector is concerned in terms of startups? So beginning with the historical background, that startups in business sense, first of all, that was way back recorded or in 1976. And India being a largest sector due to our growing economy being concerned. So we are the third largest startup hub in the world, and it is expected to witness a consistent annual growth rate of nearly 12 to 15%. Okay, because our economy is growing, our Indian sector is growing, and due to a large population explosion, and we are a large market for the world. So our expected annual growth rate in terms of startups, especially dairy startups, that is 12 to 15%, and a new vision of Indian economy, as our worthy Prime Minister that initiated it, that is on 15th of August of 2015. We came up with this very idea of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and there that we came with startups programs in India from 16th of Jan of 2016. And due to that very reason, the 16th of Jan, we celebrate it as a National Startup Day. So currently in India, we are having 50,000 plus startups, and about nearly 32,000 startups. They are being recognized by Department of Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade. This department that was way back established in 1995, and startups they create the job opportunities also, है ना? And nearly 40,000 new jobs they are being created over the year through startups. And within India, Bangalore, that is listed as world one of the first leading 20 startup cities with world's first. Am I audible?
Yes, Daksa, you are audible. Please continue.
Okay. Very good evening to all. Sorry for some technical glitch here. Na? So today, as on the platform of Agri SAARTHI, we are going to discuss regarding the dairy startups in India. Opportunity, what are the opportunities and what are the challenges as a entrepreneur for entrepreneurship in the dairy sector in India. So we would be discussing what the dairy startup is, what are the concepts, what is the scenario, what are the criteria to being recognized, being considered as a dairy startup, and what are the opportunities and challenges which dairy startup face or dairy startup have in the Indian market, and discussing some of the prominent examples of dairy startups in the dairy sector, animal husbandry sector in India, and few of the success stories. So coming to the dairy startup, as the term itself says that it is a business enterprise, more specifically talking that a business or a undertaking that recently has begun operation, you know, or it is a human institution that is designed to create a new product or a service under conditions of extreme uncertainty. As there is an element of uncertainty, we would be considering a business or a entrepreneur enterprise as a startup only when it would have a element of innovation. If we are having a model, a business model that is based upon innovation only, then it would be considered a startup. A current running business or a enterprise, है ना, we are just bifurcating or dividing for its expansion, horizontal or vertical expansion, that would not be considered a startup. So the startup in business sense, it was way back first recorded in 1976, and India being a large promising economy with a large population as a consumer base, so we are the third largest startup hub in the world. Even with the exponential growth of our Indian economy, we are even witnessing a consistent rate of annual growth of 12 to 15% in startup sector. And our new vision of Indian economy on 15th of August of 2015, we came up with the idea of Startup India. है ना, तो स्टार्टअप इंडिया प्रोग्राम दैट वाज लॉन्च्ड ऑन 16th of Jan of 2016. On this very day, we celebrate it as a National Startup Day. India has about nearly 50,000 plus startups, out of which nearly 32,000 startups they are recognized by Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. This department, it was established in 1995 for this very purpose. And startups, they not only create demands in that field, but they are also estimated to create nearly 40,000 new jobs annually. Bangalore, it is listed as world's 20 leading startup cities, world's 5 fastest growing startup cities, है ना? A Bangalore that is listed among them. And among all the recognized agri startups, nearly 130 are from nearly 130 are dairy startups. So, what is the criteria to consider a new business or a new enterprise as a startup? है ना? So, how we would be recognizing it? So, for recognizing formally a startup, so criterias are at least up to a period of 10 years from the date of registration, that should be working in the field. If it is incorporated as a private limited company or a registered as a partnership in firm in India, so a tenure, a period, a buffer period of 10 years that is necessary for it. And it should not have a turnover of more than 100 CR annually. And working, as we said, that it would be considered startup only when it is having an element of innovation. So so that we can come up with a new idea, with a new technique, with a new technology, with a new service. So working towards innovation, development or improvement of products, processes and or services, or a scalable business model that is necessary for it to consider as a startup, or just mere splitting up a current existing business or restructuring our existing business, that would not fulfill the criteria as a startup, and it would not be considered startup. So even Department of Promotion, Industry and Internal Trade, that has provided various website, even toll-free numbers, even mobile apps or mail IDs, so that new entrepreneurs or new startups initiatives, they can approach for guidance, for help. So coming to the opportunities, first before coming to so we should discuss the opportunities for new entrepreneurs or new dairy startups in the Indian market. As we know that we are 1.4 billion people as a Indian consumer base. So opportunities for dairy startups to develop initiative products or preferences, due to our preferences, due to our cultural inculcation of milk and milk-based products, and being such a large number of population as consumers, so we are a promising opportunity for new dairy startups. Similarly, with the coming up of digital transformation, with increasing internet penetration, with more adoption of smartphones and digital infrastructure development, especially after COVID, and current growth of e-commerce platforms, है ना? So there is a lot of opportunity for dairy startups in Indian market. Even state government as well as central government, they have came up with various programs, various initiatives to uh, promote various dairy startups, dairy entrepreneurs to come up in the field of dairy sector. Startup India initiative, Make in India, Digital India, or Atmanirbhar Bharat, है ना? These are the key initiatives of our government. Similarly, innovation and technology with the advent of artificial insemination, है ना? Nowadays, global conference of artificial insemination that is being organized in Delhi, machine learning or IoT's interest of things to develop cutting edge solutions across the issues of the industry. No? So we have a lot of opportunity to grow, to explore, to come up with the existing solutions, existing issues. Similarly, changing patterns of consumer demands with population growth, with the growth of urbanization, with income growth, है ना? With increase in per capita income, increasing middle class income, and longer lifespan. All these factors, they are also contributing to increasing demand of dairy products. Also, as we know that dairy that supports livelihood to more than 60 million farmers in India, more than 60 million people, they are associated with the dairy sector, and out of that, nearly two-thirds they are small, marginal, and landless laborers. So there is a lot of ample opportunity to develop for employment generation. Similarly, we can adopt marketing strategies to promote attractive packaging, pricing, availability of products and promotions, through social media and through various other means. We can explore it also as an opportunity. Other opportunities that we lack in our infrastructure to develop value added products. As we know, milk is a perishable product, so there is a lot of opportunity for processing the raw milk. As we know that India, that is the largest milk producer in the world, and we are leading rank 1 in milk production since 1997. So we need to grab the opportunity of developing infrastructure of processing equipments, so that we can explore value addition of the product rather than raw milk. Moreover, organic milk or organic dairy products to consumers on their doorstep, if we can provide that, along with the value addition of feed additives such as amino acids or vitamins or probiotics or enzymes. So that is also an opportunity to grab. Along with, if a lot of dairy startups, they have explored the opportunities of online animal health care service, as we would be discussing some of the examples in the field. Hydroponics or green fodder, silage, quality feed, or mineral mixture or ionic mixture, we can provide to our dairy farmers. Online trading milk marketplace, such as we have Amazon or such things. So we can have online trading e-commerce platforms also for the dairy sector. Animal breeding service or providing quality semen to the farmers, that is also a key area which we can explore as an opportunity. And development of in vitro animal breeding platforms, and that is also a key area for as an opportunity in dairy sector. So now discussing the challenges which we are facing uh, as dairy sector in India, that is a state subject for policy matters. That is not a subject of central government. So that is a key issue when it comes to policy environment in Indian dairy industry. Similarly, there are a lot many alternatives or substitutes to the milk and milk products. For plant-based products are there, soya milk or coconut milk or vegetable ghee, and that is growing exponentially after COVID or after some animal disease outbreaks such as lumpy skin disease outbreaks, and after which people get discouraged and now they are switching from dairy to plant-based alternatives. Similarly, Indian dairy products they are getting lower prices in the world market due to our low quality of our dairy products, as somatic cell count is a major issue when it comes to milk production. uh, Moreover, developed countries they are highly subsidizing their farmers. They are motivating their farmers with heavy subsidies. For example, USA and Mexico, that we need to follow. We are not even having MSP for our milk. Similarly, there are various startups which are coming up with the idea, which are exploring the idea as an opportunity of developing laboratory-based cultivated products, laboratory-based cultivated milk and other milk products, which are genetically identical, to our traditional or conventional milk which we produce from our dairy animals. Uh, and some countries they milk producer based focus or value addition or developing value chain uh, in the activities. So especially Germany or other developing countries, they are leading way ahead from us. So that is quite a challenge for us. So these are the various uh, challenges which we need to grab as an opportunity, which we need to explore as an opportunity. Other challenges are low milk surplus. Being culturally having affinity for milk and milk based products, we Indians we are itself a larger consumer of our own milk production. Okay, so we are having lesser milk surplus to export in the market. Moreover, as we discussed earlier, that even we are not having MSP, minimum support price for our milk production. Even the cooperatives they are purchasing milk from the producers or from the farmers at fat-based pricing policy, which lead to nearly 20 to 30% of the price loss to the farmers. A large issue is a challenge for us is to unorganized nature of our sector. It is a current challenge which dairy startups they are exploring as an opportunity. They are penetrating with the technological processes or technological advancements or providing platforms, e-platforms. Similarly, farmers' milk selling price due to unorganized nature of sector, and that too with a lot of interference of middlemen and vendors in the supply chain. So farmers, primary producer of the milk, that farmer that is getting lesser uh, price of their primary product. Infrastructure, we need to grab this as an opportunity. Currently it is a challenge for us since milk is a perishable product. So we need to strengthen our infrastructure of chilling centers of which are not available in remotest of our villages. Efficient cold chain distribution network that needs to be established if we need to grow at a world platform. in dairy sector. And disease outbreak, as we discussed earlier, if we are having a disease outbreak, as the latest one was lumpy skin disease outbreak that affected a large number of our cattle. So they not only discourage farmers, producers, but they also discourage consumers from consuming the product. And moreover, as we discussed it earlier, that we are having small farm size, so data record or that is not efficiently maintained. Nearly two-thirds of the farmers or entrepreneurs or which are associated with animals, with dairy animals, they are landless or they are small and marginal farmers. So we are having small farm size. For them to maintain data or record of the that fluctuating small farm size, and that is quite tough for them. If it would have been a large farm size, if we are having a adoption of latest techniques and technologies or apps, we can very well manage it. So that is a challenge for us. So, Animal Husbandry Startup Grand Challenge. Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying that initiated it, that launched it as a startup India program to scout for the innovative and innovations and solutions to the current issues and current problems. Even they are awarding cash prize to the winners, 10 lakh and 7 lakh for the winner and runner up each. And uh, value added products or eliminating milk adulteration or e-commerce solutions, single use plastic alternatives, and breed improvement and animal nutrition and product traceability. These are the key areas, these are the problem statements for which those awards are being annually given, annually distributed. Uh, Summarizing our challenges and what are the key problem possible solutions to it. One of the challenge, as we discussed earlier, that is adequate cold chain network, है ना, which we need to establish to strengthen our shelf life of our milk, which is a perishable product. And we can increase the chilling centers and logistics through refrigerated vans. And another key area is protection of producers' milk selling price due to large interference of vendors and middlemen. That is the key area of concern. Appropriate milk pricing policy that needs to be formulated by state government or the state federations associated in the field. Identification and utilization of consumers insights, है ना, that needs to be addressed. And clean labeled milk products, they need to be presented to the consumer so that we can ensure quality milk supply to the consumer as well as the consumers' faith in the products. Sanitary and phytosanitary issues are there. As we discussed earlier, that high somatic cell count, that is the key area of concern for us. We need to adopt good manufacturing practices, sanitary practices, importing country standards, and process improvements in discussion with WHO or importing countries. We need to discuss it so that we can have flexibility for our milk products in the international market also. And technology and management practice on the part of milk producers, which are our majorities small, marginal, and landless farmers. So that also need to be addressed. So, discussing various startups in dairy sector which have established themselves in recent years. One of them is, for example, Bangalore-based dairy startup Steel Apps, which is providing IoTs based farm optimization and monitoring solutions to the farmers. Second is quite famous one you might have heard, that is Bangalore based online marketplace e-commerce app for trading of dairy animals with the brand name Animal. One is Gurgaon, Haryana based tropical animal genetics, which is developing in vitro animal breeding platform. And a Delhi based dairy startup is there, Test Right, which is providing delivery of pure milk using handheld sensors to the consumers. Similarly, NCR consumers, they might have heard about a dairy startup that is Country Delight, which is providing fresh farm cow and buffalo milk to the consumer at their doorsteps. And Bangalore based dairy startup is there, Happy Milk, है ना, which is working in the area of providing organic milk and organic dairy based milk products to the consumers. Similarly, there is Cleamom and the Milk India company is there, which is delivering cow milk in glass bottles to the consumer's doorstep. Similarly, in Odisha, a dairy startup, Milk Mantra, is working. They are selling their various milk products of ghee, curd, cheese, flavored milkshakes, and other value-added milk products under the brand name of Milky Moo or Moo Shake. Similarly, Delhi-based dairy startup is there, है ना, YT Farms or Puresh Dairy or Manvantra Dairy, है ना, Manvantra Dairy that is providing milk and ghee through e-commerce platforms such as Amazon or Big Basket, है ना. They are even rebranding under Goratan products also, and Milk Basket by providing grocery delivery services to the consumers. That is working in NCR region. Similarly, as we discussed that there are various online trading platforms so that livestock that can be sold or purchased, you know. So a technology based ecosystem that is being provided by pasushala.com, or as we discussed by Animal, you know. Native Milk, another dairy startup that is providing quality dairy products, that is working in Mumbai. Arshine Feed is there, which is providing a range of feed additives, you know, amino acids, vitamins, probiotics, enzymes, antioxidants, you know, with scientific formulations. Pashubazar.com is there, है ना. It was the India's first community-based goat procurement company, and now it is working in the field for commercial livestock farmers also. And of course, there is Big Basket, India's largest online food and grocery store, that is delivering products to consumers at their doorstep. So these were the some. Now discussing more who are working in this field. For example, livestock, in field of livestock consultation, there is a dairy entrepreneur, Dr. Thomas Livestock Consultants. They have a team, international team of livestock experts. They are providing all the solutions from the very first step of farm planning or designing, acclimatizing with your local conditions, है ना. They have a team of architects which would be working on the idea. They would be providing you all the solutions. Their experts would be providing you solutions for very first step from animal selection to purchase to transport, है ना. Providing you nutritional and reproductive management aspects of it, है ना. And even they are working that on the aspects of soil management or crop production, as we need to grow fodder crops also for our dairy setups. as we discussed that animal or pasushala.com, है ना, these are the prominent e-commerce platforms for cattle trading. Dr. Pashu Technologies is there, है ना, they are providing livestock farmers and pet parents, है ना, round the clock 24 hours access to AI powered veterinarian, so that you upload a pic of your animal, a sick animal, and you will get the possible first aid solutions to it. Similarly, Excel Breeding and Livestock Services Private Limited is there, a Gujarat-based dairy startup. है ना? They are providing best bulls at best prices. They are providing you semen, है ना, straws, uh, 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 frozen straws, है ना, of high elite germplasm, so that we can go for animal breeding. Hydro Green Agri Solutions is there. They are providing high protein, healthy, and sustainable hydroponic solutions, है ना, at a low cost, and that is a quite sustainable innovation. KRANTI is there, a Rajasthan-based dairy startup is there, which is collecting food waste in form of fruit leaves or crushed fruits or vegetable waste, है ना, and then they are recycling or processing it into different type of feeds for cattle, for poultry, for fisheries. Even they are providing silage or cotton seed cake or mineral mixture for the dairy farmers. E-feed is there. Again, AI, using AI, they are providing quite efficient solution to the, not only to the farmers but to the consumers also, so that they can get a predictive insight for monitoring animal nutrition. For they are working in the field of traceability in the animal nutrition aspect. Advik Foods and Delhi-based dairy startup is there. It was the first Indian dairy startup which launched camel milk in the market, which launched camel milk-based value-added products in the market. And now they are providing camel milk powder, camel milk chocolates, or camel milk-based other value-added products, even for skin care also. है ना? And even they are exporting to Middle East and Europe also. So, and all their products, they are available on major e-commerce platforms such as Amazon, Flipkart, or Snapdeal, or other. Similarly, a Karnal-based Mishti farmers is there. है ना? They are also providing, they are processing the milk and providing value-added products such as Bajra Lassi or whey drinks or Arjuna herbal ghee or other frozen desserts. Another Hungry Fall is there, है ना? They are also working in this field for providing fortified snacks, savory foods, nutritional bars. As you might have appreciated that all these dairy startups, they have their own idea of innovation. They are working on the that key element of innovation is there in their field, in their startup, है ना? So they are working on not only on conventional products, they are working on the their new products, new ideas, new innovations, new services, है ना? So Milkar food factory is there, है ना? This dairy startup that is providing whole grain millets or milk based composite bakery products. And another Delmos is there, that is developing, that is designing strips, that innovations, है ना? They have innovated detection strips so that we can detect milk adulteration, है ना? So they are working on this aspect. There are, let us discuss a success story also. A 62 years old woman, है ना, who started dairy entrepreneurship at the age of 62. है ना. That is now earning more than 1 CR annually. Okay, so there is no age bar. We need to implement, we need to take a step further to implement our idea, our innovation, our approach as a dairy startup, and we can excel in it. And she have won a lot of awards also, Pashupalak Award or Lakshmi Award. You know? uh, uh, Similarly, innovations and success stories which you might be learning from various platforms also. Uh, as we discussed that we need to strengthen our infrastructure, especially in our rural areas, so that our perishable primary product milk that can be processed and that can be we can create value added products from it. So, concluding our today's session, that there are a lot of factors such as access to technological innovations or improvement in our infrastructure facilities. As we discussed, that we need to set up uh, especially in our rural areas, you know, and creation of modern era marketing insights that would be giving a strong boost to our dairy development. So we can grab it as an opportunity. Uh, there are other challenges also which we need to focus on. And which are being faced by our new dairy entrepreneurs or dairy startups, such as financial issues, especially in initial stage, policy environment, you know, plant-based products, soya milk or coconut milk, other substitute or alternatives which are there in the market, poor returns, and presence of middlemen or other vendors, and that network of middlemen, or lack of infrastructure facilities, or no encouragement of support from as uh, MSP, or low milk surplus, as we being traditionally or culturally be a milk and milk based consumer है ना society. So we are having low surplus, milk surplus to export. Entrepreneurs, they are developing technologies, they are developing services so as to reduce the efforts of the farmers through innovation in dairy products, in fodder or feed sector. They are working on that aspects. Even as we discussed that there are various platforms for trading, for healthcare, for breeding services. Although India also need to focus on improving the quality of our dairy products, so that we can explore our import also, है ना, international market also. Education and training of good manufacturing practices that needs to be worked on, है ना, on the farm employees, for farm employees. And still, although there are lot many barriers for dairy startups that we need to work on, and we need to work on. For example, extension services, as we discussed that there are policy issues or financial issues are there, especially financial constraints when a new entrepreneur is working in this sector as a dairy startup. So government funding schemes, they need more transparency. So this was the key. Or now with this, I conclude my presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your presentation and your wonderful class. And I now request our participants to drop their questions in the chat box so that we can address them.
There is a question, a query that has been dropped by one of our participants, that whether the government specifically, whether there are dairy startups which are setting up incubation centers, especially for women. Yes, uh, there are a lot of NGOs, there are a lot of dairy startups also which are working uh, in the field, है ना? And they are establishing incubation centers in at village level, and moreover they are encouraging women, है ना? Under women empowerment also. So those are working because being a state subject, है ना? So those are locally working. There are NGOs which are working in various states in this very aspect, na? A lot of infrastructure that is being established, especially incubation centers, chilling centers, which we commonly know, है ना? So they are there. Even our large dairy farmers, they are having their own chilling setups, na? Chilling infrastructure, which are supplying to our cooperatives and to dairy federations.
Okay, thank you, sir. And
Yes.
now let's go on to the next question. This question is from Meenal from University of Agriculture Sciences, Dharwad. She's doing BSc Honors Agriculture first year. Her question is, sir, who can we student can involve ourselves with leading daily related company in new innovation and scheme and get involved with these company to enhance our knowledge as a first year student for better understanding and experience?
Yes, being a student, to explore the first we need to explore the our dairy sector. Being a student, first we need to explore with curiosity our dairy sector, how the farmers they are working at the very primary level, how the milk is being generated, what are the issues they are facing, and then we can come up with our fresh brains. Fresh brains, they can come up with the ideas as a solutions to the issues, है ना? And those issues, those solutions, they can be presented to the companies for further development at a commercial level. Okay, in this manner we can initiate, we can take a step forward if we need to grow as a we need to incorporate ourselves in this startup.
Okay,
It
thank you,
is all
sir.
it is all about finding solutions to the existing issues, na?
Okay, thank you, sir. And
Yes.
now let's move on to the next question. This is from Gaurav Sharma. He want to ask that एक डेयरी फार्म ओपन करने के लिए हमें कितना बजट चाहिए और क्या-क्या करना पड़ेगा इसके लिए?
Yes. Because it is being asked in हिंदी, है ना? डेयरी फार्म को एक सेटअप करने के लिए आप एक छोटे स्केल से शुरू कर सकते हो. जरूरी नहीं है कि हमें एक बड़ा बजट चाहिए. सेकंड, डेयरी फार्म शुरू करने के लिए हम एटलीस्ट इवन गवर्नमेंट 1 मिल्क एनिमल्स के लिए भी सब्सिडी प्रोवाइड कर रही है. 2 मिल्क एनिमल्स की डेयरी यूनिट एस्टेब्लिशमेंट के लिए भी सब्सिडीज प्रोवाइड कर रही है. 4 मिल्क एनिमल्स की डेयरी यूनिट एस्टेब्लिशमेंट के लिए भी कर रही है. 10 यूनिट्स के लिए भी कर रही है ना? 20 इवन 50 मिल्क एनिमल्स डेयरी यूनिट्स के लिए भी गवर्नमेंट जो है फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस एंड सब्सिडी प्रोवाइड कर रही है. So, as far as the finance is concerned for initiating a dairy, we can start from the very basic, from 2 animals or 4 animals or 6 animals or 10 animals. That depends state wise, as we discussed in our lecture also, that it is a state subject, है ना? And all the states, they are having different policies, है ना? Different schemes to motivate the new dairy entrepreneurs, है ना? As I told you, for example, in Haryana, state government, state Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Haryana, that is providing financial assistance, that is providing uh, motivating assistance and subsidies even for one milk animal dairy unit. Okay, so we can go for it, and that is not an issue.
Okay, thank you, sir. Our
Yes.
next question is from Aditya Pamar. For an animal husbandry startup, which model is better, rearing our own cows for milk production or collecting milk from local farmers? Which option is more profitable, less risky, and easier to manage in long run?
Uh, See, those are the two models which you are exploring. Na? One is we are fetching uh, raw product as a milk from the already existing farmers, and then we second one is we are creating our own raw product. We are generating our own raw product by establishing our own dairy. Okay, both have their own merits as well as demerits. At initial stage, what you can do is you can procure the raw milk from the farmers, and then you can create value added products from it, है ना? Ghee, paneer and many more things, है ना? You can do processing of your raw product which you have procured from the farmers. As and when your dairy entrepreneurship, your startup, it grows and you become financially sound, then you can go for your own dairy, है ना? So that all the margin which you are giving to the farmer, that you also save as your profit margin. Okay, so then after few years, when you grow in the market, when you establish yourself as a dairy startup in the market, and when you get all all the techniques of if and buts and lot about the market, and for the idea of having your own dairy, so that the even the primary product which you need for your entrepreneurship, that you are generating at your own. Okay, so it is all about how we approach. We can approach either way. Better, sustainable, and easy ways that first we need to start our entrepreneurship with procuring already produced raw milk from the farmers. है ना? After 2, 3, 4 years, when you establish in the field, when you get some experience in the field as a startup, as a entrepreneur, then you can even at that very stage you would be financially sound also, है ना? Then you can go for establishing your own dairy. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. And now let's move on to the next question that's from Riju Pandey. What are the opportunities for Indian dairy startups in the export market?
Uh, there are a lot of opportunities, as India being the highest milk producer in the world. We are the rank one in the milk production, and moreover, we are improving our production as well as productivity day by day. But we are not exploring the international market due to various constraints. For example, a few of them are issue of quality milk production, है ना? We discussed that GMP, good management practices, that needs to be clear to the farmers. To farmers need to be made aware about that we need to produce our milk hygienically, so that the quality of milk that is maintained, है ना? Second issue is issue of our diseases, है ना? Our animals, they are not our population. We have a diverse animal population, but that is not declared free from various uh, animal diseases such as brucellosis, tuberculosis, or lumpy skin disease, or foot and mouth disease, है ना? So we need to ensure proper and timely vaccination. Only then we have a lot to explore internationally. है ना. There is a large scope of export as far as dairy startups are concerned.
Okay, thank you, sir. Our next question is how to add AI technology in processing of milk products.
Yes. Uh, we can use technologies, techniques of AI, है ना. We can automate all the sequential steps involved in processing of milk, है ना, way from the procurement of milk, है ना, processing of milk, milking the animal. Way from that we have even milking parlors, especially of few prominent companies, for example D level, है ना. uh, they are giving sensors so that we can detect the quality of milk, है ना. We can detect the quality of milk at the very milking level. Okay. We can use those techniques and technologies, sensor based technologies, so that milk which is being milked from a sick cow, है ना, or a unhealthy cow, or a apparently healthy cow, है ना, that gets deviated, that is not added to the your large milk container or a chilling tank. Okay. So way from that we can ensure the techniques and technologies, sensor based techniques to be used, है ना, so that we can detect any type of adulteration, any type of somatic cells or pus content or any sort of such things, है ना, so that we draw fresh healthy milk from the animal. And then all of the chain, way from the chilling of milk or then processing the milk, है ना, until the consumer's shelf, है ना, we can automate it, है ना. All the techniques, as we discussed, that there are various startups, they are working on those aspects.
Okay, thank you, sir. And now let's move on to the next question. Sir, how to manage infrastructure and technology in dairy farm to get more income in less investment?
uh, as far as infrastructure is concerned for a dairy farm, that needs to be scientifically designed, so that it may not be an issue in long run, so that your production and productivity that improves along with ensuring proper animal health and welfare, है ना. That can be ensured only when you get an expert advice to design a dairy farm, rather than just as majority of our farmers what they do, they just design at their own, है ना, as per their wish and as per best of their knowledge. We should get an expert advice to design scientific housing for the dairy, for our dairy setup, so that it ensures proper animal welfare, and only then the animal would be performing to best of its efficiency, best of its productive as well as reproductive efficiency. So then as well as the cost of infrastructure, है ना, that would also be reduced.
Okay, thank you, sir. And now our next question is from Kishan Meena. हाइड्रोपोनिक फोडर को क्रॉप फोडर क्रॉप्स को कैसे प्रिपेयर करें?
That is very popular technique, which nowadays it is being circulated throughout. हाइड्रोपोनिक्स को ग्रो करने के लिए पूरा एक टॉपिक ही है, वो जो आप आपके यूजी के टाइम पे पढ़ते ही हैं, स्पेशली इफ यू आर हैविंग एन एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड, सो यू माइट हैव हर्ड, है ना. यूट्यूब पे भी आपको बहुत सारे उसके वीडियोस भी अवेलेबल हैं, हाउ टू ग्रो हाइड्रोपोनिक्स, है ना. पीपल इवन दे आर डूइंग किचन गार्डनिंग through hydroponics. And as we discussed, we gave an example of a startup that is providing hydroponic fodder, है ना. So that is not a big issue, है ना. So that is quite easy. uh, uh, you can read it, and even you can have a look in videos on YouTube and other sources also, no? Informative sources.
Okay, sir. Now let's move on to the next question. Despite being well educated, why do many people still engage in animal husbandry? What should be the first step to change this perception? Akshay Jain from JNKV, Jabalpur.
Okay. Uh, you might have observed that nowadays, especially if you might have seen on YouTube, on Insta, or other various social media platforms, that highly educated youth, especially who is working in MNCs and having big multiple digits packages, um, IITians and engineers, they have left their job and now they are doing full time dairy farming. They have established their dairies. They have established themselves as dairy startups, and as an entrepreneurs, they are working in this field. Why? If you are having a clear conceptual approach, and if you are following modern day, you are adopting modern day practices, and if you are adopting technologies in this dairy sector, only then you would be efficiently managing it and fetching it the best out of it, है ना? So they are working in it with that approach. They are setting up the example, and we need to just mimic those uh, entrepreneurs, na? Those dairy startups. They are efficiently working. They have even proven themselves that it is not a sector or a field of uncertainty. We can excel and explore this sector. है ना? So even professionals who are not associated with this field, as I gave you example, IITians or those working in big corporates, and they have left their job to do full-time dairy farming.
Okay, thank you, sir. And now next question is from Tushar. Sir, how we will maintain the fat and SNF percentage in milk without any veterinary suggestion? Because some cows are low in this content.
Yes, fat content, that is the one of the major variables of the milk constituents, uh, that varies and that depends upon a lot many factors. Uh, we need not to take help from a veterinarian. We only need to take help from veterinarian for guidance, so that he may guide us the concepts behind having better fat content in our milk. Fat content in milk, that depends upon various factors. For example, it depends upon the age of animal. The animal which is primiparous, which has calved first time, that would be having low milk fat. The animal which is having later parities, which is having more age, that would be having more milk fat content. Breed, as you know, Nili Ravi, that is having lesser milk fat content as compared to Murra, or Badavari is having the highest one. है ना? So genetic breed disposition is also there. Third, it also depends upon season. You would be having more milk fat content during winters, है ना? It also depends upon the fodder which we are providing. When you would be providing lush green fodder to the animal, of course the fat content would be increasing. It also depends upon the stage of lactation of the animal. Initially it would be low, it would be increasing gradually as the lactation would be proceeding, and at the last it would be increasing a lot. Again, concentrate which we are providing, we need to ensure round the clock dry roughage to the animal. wheat straw, that is the basis, that is the precursor for development of propionic acid in the rumen. When ruminal fermentation happens, we need to ensure that animal is having dry roughage in the diet. When animal would be having the dry roughage in the diet, only then the fatty acid precursor would be there, which would be acting for the synthesis of milk fat. Okay. When we are providing carbohydrates, concentrate to the animal, of course we need to provide concentrate. That would be and that would be contributing to a more milk fat content. Otherwise, the precursor for synthesis of milk fat, that is the fatty acid, which is ruminally fermented from your dry fodder, wheat straw, tudi. Okay, that we need to ensure. All these factors we need to maintain. Of course, micro environmental conditions we need to ensure. We need to ensure to provide our lactating dairy animal from heat stress. We need to provide proper ventilation, foggers, fans, cooling aspects of it. Or we need to ensure managemental ameliorative steps for winter management, है ना? All these steps, all these factors, when we work cumulatively, only then we can get high milk fat in our milk product, na? Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. And sir, we are having some more question in our chat box. So, with your due permission, shall we start?
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So now our next question is this new trade deal between India and America. Their American will come India to sell. So how Indian animal holder affect?
Listen, it is apprehensions that why America was putting sanctions on India. USA was putting sanctions. He was pressurizing India. USA was pressurizing India to open our Indian market for their big dairy giants. Okay, as we are having Amul and others. है ना? Similarly, the big dairy industry, USA wants India to open our Indian market for them. Okay, we being a 1.4 billion population, we being a promising largest consumer customer base in the world, and especially that too with our dietary and traditional habit of consuming milk and milk products, they want to enter our Indian market. But they can't dominate it because there are lot of opportunities for us, है ना? For example, e-commerce market that has developed in India, है ना? There are big stores, big e-commerce stores, whether small departmental stores at the corner of your street or in your locality, whether they have submissively closed, no, है ना? They are also working. Okay, similarly, that USA big giants, है ना, big dairy giants, they can't totally dominate our Indian market. We have ample scope to grow.
Okay, thank you, sir. And now this is
Yes.
the last question of the session. In today's competitive market, how can small dairy startups build their own brand and connect directly with consumer without any middleman interruptions?
uh, when a newcomer in this field, when a new dairy startup, when it enters this field, uh, it needs to gain consumers faith, है ना? And that consumers faith, that can be gained by a lot many means. As you might have seen, as I told you that new young generations, new Gen Zs, even those who were working in MNCs, they have entered this field. है ना? They have established their dairy farms. What they have done, they have adopted various strategies. For example, they are making videos on social media to show that this is the hygienic standards which we are maintaining at our dairy farm, है ना? This is the quality of feed and fodder which we are providing to our dairy animals, and this is the health condition of our dairy animals. They are expressing through videos at YouTube, at Instagram, at their various social media platform, through which they are gaining consumers' faith. When the consumers that is psychologically satisfied, and I personally am satisfied that okay, that very dairy that is maintaining high scientific standards, and their whatever the product I am getting, milk or cheese or paneer, they are maintaining that quality, है ना? They are maintaining the quality standards. So this way we can gain the faith of the consumer, and it would be the stepping stone for us. Okay, we can grow in the market if we would be following this strategy.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for answering all the queries of our participants. And now I request Ajay Kasana, sir, to share few word with our audience. Please, sir.
Jai Hind. So, first of all, thank you so much, Dr. Sunil Dutt, for such an in-depth and detailed session about the entrepreneurship opportunities for our participants in dairy farming. And I thank to all the participants, despite having some technical issues, you have listened the complete session with patience. And I think it is a great session because it is the need of to enter into this market. There are a lot of demand, and there is a option, or we can say opportunity available to fulfill that demand of the different consumers in the dairy sector. So I request to all the participants, do not only stop here up to the this lecture and for the completion of this training program. Please take something out of this training program from the blessings of Dr. Sunil, that you can start your own entrepreneurship, your own enterprise. So once again, thank you so much, Dr. Sunil, for this great session. So thank you all the participants. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
So, agriculture is the foundation of civilization, and dairy farming is one of its strongest pillars. Today's session truly highlighted how dairy farming is not just a traditional practice, but a powerful entrepreneurial opportunity for the youth of our nation. On behalf of Agri SAARTHI team, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for being a part of this enlightening session. First and foremost, I express our sincere thanks to our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Sunil Dutt. Thank you so much, sir, for coming, for sharing his valuable knowledge and practical insights on entrepreneurial opportunities in dairy farming. Sir, your discussion on innovation, management, and business possibilities in the dairy sector has given us a new direction to think beyond conventional farming. As rightly said, opportunities don't happen, you create them. Today, you have encouraged us to become creators of opportunities rather than job seekers. I would also like to express my deep gratitude to Dr. O.P. Chaudhary sir, President of Agri SAARTHI, for his constant motivation, visionary leadership, and unwavering support. Sir, your guidance always inspires us to organize such meaningful academic platform. Great leaders don't set out to be leaders. They set out to make a difference. You truly make a difference in our learning journey. My sincere thanks to Ajay Kasana sir, Chief Secretary of Agri SAARTHI, for his dedicated effort, planning, and smooth coordination of today's program. Your commitment and teamwork have played a crucial role in the success of this event. Success is best when it is shared, and today's success belongs to the entire organizing team. I also extend my appreciation to all the participants whose presence and active participants and patience made this session interactive and impactful. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. Today's session have truly motivated and empowered us to explore dairy farming as a promising entrepreneurial path. With this, I conclude my vote of thanks. Thank you once again to everyone for making this program a grand success. Thank you so much. And there is a reminder for the participants. Please make sure that before leaving the session, fill your attendance form.